Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we've got the new Liverpool home kit launch, announcement, hasn't it? The national anthem at Anfield on Saturday, and then just wanted to touch on this whole Mac Allister stuff and a few other midfield names that have been sprouted about today. But yeah, let's start off with the new Liverpool kit. So I'll put a picture up here. So as you can see, it looks I like it, to be fair. I quite like it. People are saying it's supposed to be like the same as the last season of Bill Shankly, but I feel like I've seen something similar to this before when I was a kid when we were sponsored by Reebok. I'll see if I can put an image up of that one as well. But yeah, I like it. It's a lot better than probably not this one that came out this year, but the one the season before. It had the orange on it and the green. I wasn't too keen on that one, but yeah, I do like this new home kit. The price increased by £5. I'm not too keen on. But then again, they have kind of frozen the kids' ones, haven't they? But yeah, what are your thoughts on this new kit, guys? What do you think? Let me know down below. The national anthem being played at Anfield on Saturday. I've kind of seen what the club said, where they feel have been, they've been put into a corner where every other team are doing it, so they kind of felt like they had to do it, and they're going to just let the fans react how they want to react. So I fully expect it to be booed at Anfield on Saturday, and it kind of is what it is. What do you kind of expect to happen, So that's that one, short and sweet. Now, the big one, I guess, to cover is Alexis Mac Allister. I've been keeping a track of people saying this, that and the other, and Fabrizio Romano seemed to have mentioned Alexis Mac Allister to Liverpool 6 times in the past 24 hours. And I know that a lot of people like to listen to what Fabrizio Romano has to say, but I do think he's a bit of a tapping merchant. So that kind of does correlate with the fact that if he's mentioning it, then it's probably legit, legit gonna happen and stuff like that. The only reason I'm mentioning the tapping merchant thing is because he's not breaking the news, if you get what I'm saying. He only says stuff that he knows that are pretty much certainties, if that makes sense. What I have seen that's come out though over the past 24 hours or so is an asking price now of 70 million for Alexis Mac Allister, which makes you think, how much money are Liverpool going to have to spend this summer? If Alexis Mac Allister is going to be 70, we've seen that another player who've been linked with, Mason Mount, he's also in the 70 range, though for me I would go no higher than 50 for him. You've got Manuel Ugarte at Sporting Lisbon, who's got a release clause of, is it 50, 60 million? How much money are we really going to have? For me, I think we had the money to do the Bellingham deal, but I just feel like they've kind of decided to go and get more players rather than just the one. So I reckon that Liverpool have got about 100 to 120 million to spend this summer. So I think we're probably going to see Liverpool trying to negotiate the asking price down for Alexis Mac Allister, which every club would do anyway. There was rumours going around yesterday that Liverpool were trying to inquire if he had some sort of release clause in his contract, which no one said anything about that yet. No one's kind of, got any concrete information on that I've seen. Ugarte's obviously got the release clause. Mount's got a year left in his contract. So I don't really know, guys. Would you pay 70 million for Alexis Mac Allister? I know everyone's kind of raving about him from last night, scoring that goal against United. It had to be him, didn't it, yesterday? That gave Liverpool the hope that they could get into the top 4 when he's potentially on the move to Liverpool against the club that he's also linked with going to. And also last night, I found it very strange, very timely that Paul Joyce released an article about Alexis Mac Allister's interest in Liverpool. It was a bit weird. I don't know what's gone on there. I don't know if that's... You can look at that two ways, where normally Liverpool are very quiet on what's going on. So if they've released that through Paul Joyce, are they trying to get something out there to basically say, he's ours type thing? Or is the negotiations going a little bit wrong? Because that ties into something that Fabrizio Romano said today, is that Mac Allister is up for the move to Liverpool, but there's still a few things to iron out in the personal terms section before it's kind of as Fabrizio Romano would say, here we go type thing. Do you know what I mean? So maybe he's asking for too much money as a salary. Who knows? But yeah, I would take Alexis Mac Allister. I think he's pretty good. He's obviously a World Cup winner. I think he's only like 24, 25. He's very versatile, can cover many areas of the pitch. Even in this new formation, he could do the 6, he could do the 2-8s. You know, I think he'd bring a lot of energy as well to the team. So I'm all for that signing. Now, the next bit I wanted to cover was a load of names have just been kind of thrown out today in regards to, sorry if you can hear that, there's construction going on outside now as I started doing this video. There's a lot of other names that have been chucked about today, and there's a fair few. Let me just see if I can find them now. There was like Lindstrom in like one of the Germany teams, Barella, like all these midfielders have all been like named with Liverpool moves now, and there'll be some validity to it, but I think also at the same time they may be putting them out there as names to get Mac Allister to agree to lesser terms. Like, if you're up for the move, then you know, here we go. Let's get it done. Otherwise, we've got other targets we'll go get. Do you know what I mean? We've got other people we'd go and do. So let me just have a quick look, see if I can find these other names right off the top of my head, because I can't really find them now. But the other thing I wanted to mention as well was that Liverpool seem to be going into a very Brighton-esque, you know, Brighton seems to be our new Southampton, don't you think? Remember a few years ago when we were linked with every single player from Southampton, like Adam Lallana, Nathaniel Klein, Dejan Lovren, Ricky Lambert, you know, just to name a few. So Neil Jones today has mentioned that obviously we're into Mac Allister. He also mentioned Caicedo, another player who I would like Liverpool to go and sign, to be fair, but at the same time I can't see Brighton letting Mac Allister and Caicedo go in the same window. And then he also mentioned that striker they've got, that 18-year-old, is it Barry Ferguson or something like that? Evan Ferguson, sorry. He had a breakthrough year. 18-year-old, like, can you really see Liverpool going there and getting all three of them? You know, we're saying that Mac Allister's 70. Brighton rejected 70 million from Arsenal for Caicedo in January. And then they've got this Evan Ferguson, who's a striker that Liverpool are also admiring through his breakthrough season. Like, how much do you reckon that's going to cost in total for them? Like 160, 180 million for these players? It's just, I can't see that happening, guys. You know, here's the names. So we've got, from Neil Jones, we've got Mason Mount, we've got Nicola Barella, we've got Jasper Lindstrom, Ryan Gravenberch, Yuri Tielemans. I don't want Tielemans, guys. I don't think he could fit into this new system we've got going on. And then the Wolves duo of Mateus Nunes and Ruben Neves. Out of them two, I'd only take Mateus Nunes. I don't think Ruben Neves could also fit in this new system now. But yeah, guys, what do you think about all these midfielders that are being chucked out now? Are they any sort of players that you'd go for? You know, there seems to be a lot of names that are sticking around a fair bit. And are Brighton becoming the new Southampton for Liverpool? You know, it also says earlier on today, where it's just kind of broke in the last couple of minutes or something while I'm recording this, that Fabrizio Romano has done his here we go Milner to Brighton's happened. It's happening. That's where he'll be going at the end of the season. If I'm honest with you guys, I'm not too keen on that. I think it's a little bit, I would have rather have kept him, and it lowers the English quota that we've got. I did have it written down, that to be fair. Let's have a look, see if I can find it before we go. The English homegrown quota that we've got for players. So obviously at the moment we've got Kelleher, Trent, Gomez, Elliott, Phillips, Henderson, Jones, Milner, Ox. Now obviously we're losing the Ox, we're losing Milner. There's question marks over Kelleher, there's question marks over Gomez. I expect Phillips to go. I think Elliott wouldn't have to be registered because of his age, but then Carvalho could come in. But then again, he's under question marks. Is he going to move on in the summer? Do you know? So we'd have to bring in another homegrown player. And the fact that we're losing Milner now as well, just, yeah. Don't be surprised, guys, if we end up signing like a backup goalkeeper who's like, I don't know, Fraser Forster or someone like that, you know, who's just an English homegrown player to help with that. You know, who else could we bring in? Like, we've been linked with Conor Gallagher, Mason Mount, as in the midfielders. They could come in to help with this quarter as well. Unless, of course, they're going to stick with the youngsters that are coming back. You know, Neil Jones mentioned today, Conor Bradley, Tyler Morton and Ben Doak could all stick around next season. Let's see what happens, guys. But yeah, this Alexis Mac Allister stuff, we've finally got a valuation for him. A number that's going around is 70 million. Would you pay that? Let me know down below in the comments, guys. If you are new here, subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with everything else I've got going on. If you've enjoyed the video, give it a like, and as I've just said, leave me a comment down below on everything that I've just mentioned. and I'll catch you in the next one.